What have I done? I seem to have kicked a bit of a hornet's nest here, people. Yesterday, I made a video talking about some information that was sent to me about how in the terms and services for the PlayStation 5, it clearly states that it is illegal to resell your physical PlayStation 5 games. I thought it was an interesting topic because I've never really seen many people talk about it. Of course, because of this, people ran off in all sorts of different directions with it. Xbox fanboys were going all over the place with it, using me as a poster boy because, well, I guess at the end of the day, I am the king of Xbox, but I'm also the king of PlayStation YouTube. And if I'm wrong about something, if some sort of information I'm presenting out there into the world is just inherently wrong, then I will take my L. Obviously, there was a lot of discussion from this, a lot of fallout, website articles were written, so I just want to give you guys an update on this situation because I'm not above being wrong. I am fine with being wrong if I am wrong. And then in this situation, this is something where I would rather be wrong than be right about. So let's go to some of the big stuff that's garnishing interest on the internet. This is written by Insider Gaming, good old Tom Henderson. PlayStation's banning the resale of physical PlayStation 5 games term is 10 years old. So we scroll down here. Yesterday, news began to circulate that PlayStation introduced a new clause, Santa Claus, that would ban the resale of physical PlayStation 5 games. In order to bring you the latest news as fast as possible, Insider Gaming also reported on this apparent breaking news late on a Sunday night as it was unfolding. And that is true. I was sent an article from them, which we'll kind of get into that in a minute because I find it kind of interesting, but they did run an article about it, and then like a couple hours later, it went down. My editor actually sent it to me. It appears the news first originated from the YouTuber RGT85 early in the day, which subsequently was reposted by multiple Twitter accounts. What I find funny about that is they're quick to mention me here, but they did not mention me at all in the first story. The first story was just a very general story about the terms of services that were being used in it. No ill will or anything like that. I just find it kind of interesting. So Nintendo showed this off, which we talked about, you know, black and white, clear as crystal. It says it right there. So let's keep going down here. And then following this frenzy, Insider Gaming published an article on the news. And after a few minutes of our post being live, it was up longer than that, the community revealed this isn't a new term at all. Insider Gaming promptly removed the post and is now clarifying the news for our readers in our gaming community. Although this is a real term, it's not new. So there's the term in question. I was never really trying to present it as like a brand new thing. I may have done that in my video. I may have said that, but that wasn't really my intent. But if it came across like that, I'm very sorry about that. It's a term that circulated in the gaming community over a decade ago when it was updated for the PlayStation 4, which back then prompted Yoshida to state that you can sell or share your disc PS4 products despite the clause in the terms of services. So here's a quote from 2013 from Yoshida talking about this, like, hey, you know what, share the stuff. As far as we're aware, the clause hasn't changed or altered since its introduction 10 years ago. Okay, so to that, I have to ask, I just have to ask with this, why does it say PlayStation 5 on there? Because 10 years ago, Sony wasn't future-proofing this sort of thing. They updated the terms of services, at least as of 2020, to include the term PlayStation 5. And when you're updating the terms of services to include PlayStation 5, would people not kind of look at that and be like, oh, well, what's that about? We'll get to a little bit more of that in just a moment here. So we go to scroll down here, and then we actually see a PlayStation 1 thing talking about where you can't resell, which is pretty much the same clause here. So Twitter user where is Aaron. So you're not banned from selling your physical PlayStation 5 games. Okay. Well, let's bring it in here. If it was never updated in the past 10 years, why does it include PlayStation 5? Sony wouldn't have future-proofed this, announced the name of their new system 10 years ago to include it with this. So at some point in time, that terms of service was indeed updated to include PlayStation 5. So let's say it's from 2020. But Yoshida said in 2013, it's not illegal to do it, this, that, and the other. Okay, that's fine. If you watch my video, you see that I'm like, how would this be enforced? Like, what are you going to go door to door to people? Where did you buy your PlayStation games, bloke? Is that in a secondhand market? We're going to take them from you. Like, I never thought that, like, this was something that would be actively enforced. But I still come back to the same question. If this is an old policy, if this is a policy, right here, if this is a policy in the European terms of service where it says it cannot be, ignore it, why is it there? Why is the policy there? I did not write the policy. I did not write the policy to include the fact that you must not resell either disc-based or digital games unless expressly authorized by us if the publisher is another company or additionally by the publisher. I did not write that clause. Sony at some point wrote that clause. We also took a look at other video game companies, and as far as I could tell, other video game companies do not have that clause within their terminology. This is something that is put in place by Sony. So why? Why? That's the one thing that nobody can really answer me, because I had friends and people reach out to me saying, oh, it's old stuff. And I'm like, well, why does it include PlayStation 5? Well, they don't update their terms of service for every console generation, but they do because they include a new system in that terms of service. And if that's the case, why is it in there in the first place? That's my main question. If I'm completely wrong about this, then that's fine. I obviously thought this couldn't have been enforced or anything like that. So I just kind of talked about it as more of a discussion piece, how it's in the terms of services. If this is indeed very old, I don't get why it hasn't been updated. I don't understand that. I don't understand why it's in there in the first place. I never expected this to be enforced or anything like that. But hey, you know what? The video got people talking. And when people are talking about stuff, that's a good thing. That's what my videos are about. They're discussion pieces. I always say, what do I always tell you guys? My opinion is just my opinion. If your opinion is different, then that's awesome. I encourage it, but if I'm inherently wrong about something, I do want to, come out and say, hey, you know what? I messed this up. I was completely wrong about this. But I can't be wrong, in my opinion, until my questions are answered. If this is old, why is it in there? Why is it still in there? Just take it out. If it's not to be enforced, take it out. That's all I'm saying with this. But hey, you know what? Thank you guys for watching that video. I'm glad I kicked a hornet's nest, because I like to kick hornet's nests on this channel. It's fun. It's video games. Everyone calm your tits here. I'm not in the console fanboy space of, die hard. I'm a Nintendo, I'm a PlayStation, I'm an Xbox. I don't care. I'm a video game consumer. Let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below, though. And if you can answer why, please go ahead. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. Shout outs to Insider Gaming. At least I got some credit for the situation. Granted, it was in the burial process, but at least I got some sort of credit for it. And yeah, enjoy the video, enjoy your day, enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back with more videos as always. If you're new, hit subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.